ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ।
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਭਾਜੀ, ਕੀ ਹਾਲ ਚਾਲ ਜੀ?
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਤੇ ਇਸ ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਲੇਕ ਹੈ ਸਾਡਾ ਬੈਰਿਕ, ਸਟੇਟ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਜਾਜ਼ਤ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਲੇਕ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਲੇਕ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ। ਇਹ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੌਮ ਲਈ ਬਹੁਤ ਬੜੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ। ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਭ ਦਿਨ ਤੇ ਅਨਾਉਂਸਮੈਂਟ ਹੋਣ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅਗਲੇ ਹਫਤੇ ਹੀ ਗੁਰਪੁਰਬ ਹੋਊਗਾ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੈਰੇਮਨੀ ਰੱਖੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਆਏ ਆ, ਸਟੇਟ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਤੋਂ ਕਾਫੀ ਐਮਪੀਜ਼ ਆਏ ਆ, ਆਪਣੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਇੰਟਰਫੇਥ ਐਸੋਸੀਏਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਆਏ ਆ। ਰਸੋਈ ਕਰਨ ਚੱਲੇ ਆ, ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਇਕੱਠੀਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਆ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਇਸ ਏਰੀਆ 'ਚ ਕਾਫੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਲੋਕੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਰੋਜ਼ ਵਾਕ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਕਾਫੀ ਬੜੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਹੈ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਚਲੋ ਜੀ, ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ, ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਜੀ, ਤਾਂ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਹੋਰ ਭਾਜੀ, ਕੀ ਹਾਲ ਚਾਲ?
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ।
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਰਿਕ ਸਪ੍ਰਿੰਗਸ ਲੇਕ ਤੇ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦੇ 595ਵੇਂ ਬਰਥਡੇ ਦੇ ਉਪਲਕਸ਼ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਲੇਕ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਰੱਖਣ ਦੀ ਪਰਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਤੇ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਇਕੱਠੀਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ, ਲੋਕਲ ਐਮਪੀ ਆਏ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਸ ਹੁਣ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਪਹੁੰਚਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਆਪਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਲੇਕ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਆਫੀਸ਼ੀਅਲੀ ਚੇਂਜ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗਾ।
ਸਿੱਖ ਵਲੰਟਰੀ ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਆ।
So we have about 6,000 places.
कितने बजे है? हमें करना है ना, छोटे छोटे बच्चे भी आ रहे हैं सब। और संगतां आईयां होईयां इत्थे।
Good morning everyone and welcome. I would like to first acknowledge and pay my respects to the Bunurong people who are the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today and the elders past and present. My name is Harmeek Singh and I'm the Secretary of the Victorian Sikh Gurdwaras Council. I'll be your MC today for this wonderful event. We are here today to honour the founder of the Sikh religion, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and I'm thrilled you could all join us here today. I am excited to welcome Minister for Multicultural Affairs, Honourable Ingrid Stitt, Minister for Planning and for Suburbs, Sonia Kilkenny, Emma Violin, Lee Talamus, Paul Macarillo, Gary Mars, Pauline Richard and Vivian Nguyen. Mark Brown from the Bunurong Elder, distinguished guests, members of the Sikh organisations and members of the Sangat. It is now my honour to invite the Bunurong Elder Mark Brown to welcome us to the country. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. How are we all? Hello. Hey, that wasn't bad. Let's try it again, though. How are we all? Hello. That's it. That's how we come together. That's how we Wominjeka on Bunurong country. Always happy, always proud. I am Uncle Mark Brown. I'm an elder and senior cultural heritage officer of the Bunurong people. I'm a Gundi Jamara man on my mother's side, and I'm a Bunurong man on my father's side. And today, I'm here to welcome you to my father's country. beautiful Bunurong country. But before we do that, as always, we take a moment, we pay our acknowledgements, and we pay our respects. We pay our respects to all of my ancestors. We pay our respects to all of my elders. And we pay our respects to all of my community members, past, present, and emerging. And we acknowledge the continuous and unbroken connection to country for the Bunurong people. We also pay acknowledgements and respects to all traditional custodians, Aboriginal and Torres Strait, who work, rest, live or play on Bunurong country. We acknowledge their continuous and unbroken connection to country for all of their people. And we thank each and every single one of them for being here with us. But today, on these sacred lands, we all gather in the spirit of respect, unity, and reconciliation. And this welcome is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to honour and respect the deep cultural heritage of the Bunurong people of the Kulin Nations, whose elders and community members have generously looked after these lands for countless generations. My people have a deep spiritual connection to these lands, encompassing all of our rivers, our mountains, our coastal areas, and all of our beautiful bushlands that surround us today. Our traditional territory spans from the Werribee River in the west and moves to Diggers Rest in the north. We move over to the Dandenong Ranges, the Yarra Valleys, and down to Wilson's Prom. We encompass the top end of Tasmania, which we share with the Palawa people. And French and Phillip Island are also ours. These are the traditional lands and territories of the Bunurong people that I welcome everybody to today. And as I said, we have a deep spiritual connection to our lands. And we have a strong cultural identity tied to our ancestral plains. All of our stories, our traditions, our language, our culture, and Bunjil's law are interwoven with the very fabrics of the soils that surround nourishing the sacred lands on which we stand. So Wominjeka. Actually, yeah, everyone say Wominjeka. Wominjeka. That's beautiful. Do we know what Wominjeka means? Yes. We gather in love, we gather in unity, and we gather with respect. So Wominjeka. Wominjeka Balakiakia. Ngata Bunurong Balak Big Big. Anyone? Welcome. We all come with purpose to beautiful Bunurong country. Please walk her with soft feet and very, very open hearts. In a moment, I'll invite everyone to come through and bathe in the smokes of Bunurong country. Get your passports to Bunurong country. The reason why we call them passports is because no two tribes down here in Victoria or the Kulin Nations use the same plants for ceremony. So after today, if you were to walk onto another country, another tribe, they'd know exactly where you came from, just from the smells. Now before we come through, I'll just explain that the plants that we use are our foods and our medicines. So the first plant that we use is our eucalypt and our manigum. This is our strongest rooting tree on country. Without this tree, a lot of our other plants and a lot of our other medicines can't grow. Makes it our sacred parent tree. But this, as we know, is eucalyptus. And eucalyptus is good for our lungs and good for our respiratory systems. It opens everything up and it helps us breathe. The second plant that we use is our cherry ballard. This is one of those plants that can't grow without that parent tree. It needs that eucalypt in order for this tree to be able to grow. It makes it parent and child. It represents the strengths of our communities, the strengths of our mothers and our parents, and the strengths of our children, our future generations and our books. But that grows little cherries on it. It's the only cherry in the world where the seed grows on the outside. And when you eat those are great for your digestive system. And then, the last plant that we use is our silver and our black wattles. And this is our strongest.
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜੀਆ ਕਹਿਣਾ, ਸਤਿਕਾਰ ਕਰਨਾ, ਉੱਥੋਂ ਦਾ ਹਵਾੜ ਜੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ। ਸੋ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਕਰਨਾ। Invite the men now? Yep. Yaho je bandiyan ne auna, come pay respect.
ਸੋ ਇਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਖਾ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਭਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੀ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਇਜਾਜ਼ਤ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਖੋਈ ਗਈ ਸੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਵਾ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਹ ਸੈਰੇਮਨੀ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਇਹ ਐਲਡਰ ਆ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਪੁਰਾਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਸ ਧਰਤੀ ਦਾ ਵੱਡਾ, ਜਿਸਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ 'ਚ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਐਲਡਰਸ ਨੂੰ, ਸਰਪੰਚ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਜਾਂ ਕੁਛ, ਉਹ ਤੇ ਚੁਣਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਇਹਦੇ ਪੁਰਾਣੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਜਿਹਨੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਧਰਤੀ ਦੇ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਵਡੇਰੇ ਇੱਥਾਂ ਇਹ ਧਰਤੀ ਦੇ ਮਾਲਕ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਅੰਸ਼ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਹਨ। ਸੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਤੋਂ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਇਹ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੋਂ ਨਾਂ ਲੈਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਕਾਫੀ 3-4 ਸਾਲ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ ਆ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਪਿਛਲੇ 4 ਸਾਲ ਜਦੋਂ ਪੁਰਾਣਾ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਸੀਗਾ ਡੈਨ ਐਂਡਰੂਸ, ਉਦੋਂ ਦੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਉਦੋਂ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗੇ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਵੱਡਾ ਸੁਰਗਵਾਸ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਲੇਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਸੁਰਗਵਾਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਨਾ ਕਾਫੀ ਚਿਰ ਡਿੱਗਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਹੁਣ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਜੋ ਕਾਫੀ ਚਿਰ ਤੋਂ ਡੀਕ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਕਈ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ, ਹੁਣ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ। ਸੋ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਜਸਟ ਸੇਇੰਗ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਫॉर welcoming us to your country, and we are all very honored and humble to be here. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my brother.
मेरा वाहिगुरु कहो नानक सब तेरी वडियाई कोई नाम न जाने। फते बोले सो निहाल। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।
Owners of the lands that we're gathered on, the Bunurong people of the Kulin Nation. Can I thank Uncle Mark for that beautiful welcome to country, and can I also just acknowledge, and as I'm sure we all have this morning, the respectful exchange between our traditional owners, the first people of our state, and the Sikh community. And I'm sure that we're all very proud, and it's a true example of the way in which we want to walk with you and honour your knowledge and your continuous connection to this land. Thank you, Uncle Mark. There are a number of people here today that I want to acknowledge, including Sonia Kilkenny, the Minister for Planning and the local member for Carrum. We have a number of our local MPs with us this morning who are all here to celebrate with you, including Gary Mass, who's the local member here on the lands that we're meeting on this morning, the member for Narre Warren South, Pauline Richards, the member for Cranbourne, Emma Vaughn, the member for Pakenham, also Paul Mercurio, the member for Hastings, and Lee Talamas, my upper house colleague, member for South East Metro. And can I also welcome and thank Viv Nguyen, the chair of the VMC, for joining us here today. And many of you would know Viv for her extensive work across the state to promote multiculturalism. And to all of the Sikh leaders who are here with us this morning, thank you and welcome, and to the members of the community who have turned out for what I hope is a joyous occasion for the whole community. And I'm really honoured to be able to be here today. I wanted to firstly acknowledge the enormous contribution that our Sikh community make here in Victoria. We are the home to more than 90,000 Victorians who practice the Sikh faith, and I know that the community is so strong and continues to grow. I also know that the values that you practice every day are truly something that we can all learn from right across our proudly multicultural and diverse community. And today is a day of great community during the 2018 election. And today we are acknowledging, of course, Guru Nanak Dev Ji's incredible learnings and teachings, the values that the whole Sikh community practice and follow because of his teachings. And so it's a great pleasure to be able to come down here today and announce the renaming of this lake in honour of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And this lake will now be known as Guru Nanak Lake. And I hope that it will be a place that will have huge significance for the Sikh community in Victoria for many, many years to come. I also want to acknowledge the generosity and the open way in which the Bunurong Land Council have consulted with both the government and the Sikh community and leaders in the Sikh community about this announcement today, and thank you again for being such a strong partner. And I know that this is a day that people have been waiting for a number of years now, and we're also thrilled to be able to join you today to celebrate the official renaming of this lake. I know my colleague, Minister Kilkenny, will say a few words about the renaming, given her planning responsibilities, but I do want to thank her and her team for working closely with the Multicultural Affairs portfolio in getting today's announcement ready. So I hope that this is a joyous occasion, and I hope that, I know that next week is such a significant week for the whole Sikh community as you celebrate the 555th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and I hope that this place can form part of those celebrations for the whole community. And I'm also really thrilled today to be announcing that in the spirit of Guru Nanak, the Victorian Government will be providing $600,000 across a number of different Sikh organisations to be able to provide langas across the community. And I know that that is such an important part of the Sikh tradition, the giving back to the community, helping those who are less fortunate than others, and also putting aside differences, putting aside whoever needs support. I know the Sikh community are constantly there to provide that support, so I hope that the funding that the Victorian Government is providing to allow for those Langa events to occur right across the state, not just in Melbourne, but in regional Victoria as well, where there are significant Sikh communities. I hope that that is something that will, and I'm sure it will be, utilised fully by the Sikh community to give back. And it's these values of selflessness, of helping others, of unity and equality that really you are an exemplar of all of those values, and we all have something to learn from the Sikh community and the Sikh faith. So thank you so much for coming along today to help celebrate these announcements, and I wish you all the very best for particularly next week. I know it's a significant week for the whole community, and I'm looking forward to continuing to work very closely with the Sikh community as we continue to go from strength to strength. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Honourable Sonia Kilkenny, Minister for Planning. Thank you.
Good morning and thank you very much. Can I first acknowledge Uncle Mark and thank him for his generous and compassionate welcome to country, and we look forward to walking with you on our path to treaty. Thank you, Uncle Mark. Can I acknowledge all of you here from the Sikh communities? Can I acknowledge my very good friend, the Minister for Multicultural Affairs, Ingrid Stitt, and all of my wonderful parliamentary colleagues who have joined us this morning on what is really a wonderful and such auspicious occasion today. Today, in partnership and in friendship with the Bunurong, who are the traditional custodians of these beautiful lands, today and from this day forward, this lake will be known to all as Guru Nanak Lake. Congratulations. To commemorate His Holiness, Sir Guru Nanak, and to acknowledge the incredibly significant contributions made by the Sikh communities to the state of Victoria. Can I acknowledge also here we have Craig Sandy, who is the Registrar of Geographic Names and Surveyor General for Victoria. And as Minister for Planning, it is a great honour to be responsible for Geographic Names Victoria. This is your community, and it is important that our places and our place names reflect the diversity of our communities and share your stories, your history, your legends. It is important that I want to encourage each of you to share that and to join in our campaign, as the Minister mentioned, to help us have names that reflect our diversity, our multicultural communities. So our campaign, the Victorian Government campaign at the moment, is Remember a Local, Name a Place. And I'll be encouraging each of you to go on there to nominate names of people, of individuals who we may call upon to name what will be probably more than 6,000 places that we'll need to name as our communities grow. So I encourage you to do that, and we'll be providing details for how you can do that. But today is a day to share your story, one that is so important to the Sikh community, of equality, of truth, of compassion, the story of Guru Nanak. Congratulations. Today is a wonderful day for the Sikh community. Thank you for all you do for the state of Victoria.
Thank you, Minister. Now I would like to invite the President, Ankar Singh of Victorian Sikh Gurdwaras Council, and the Chairman of the Sikh Interfaith Council Victoria, Jasbir Singh Surapada, to please honour Minister Ingrid. Can I please now request Vice President of Victorian Sikh Gurdwara Council, Gurdeep Singh Mataru, and also the Assistant Secretary, Jang Bahadur Pannu, to please honour Minister Kilkenny, please.
ਸਭ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਲੈਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਵੀ।
ਸਾਰੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਆ ਜਾਓ ਹੋਰ ਨੇੜੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਆ ਜਾਓ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਲੀਜ਼।
ਭਾਜੀ ਆ ਨਾ, ਵਾਹ ਜੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਲੇਕ। ਹਾਂਜੀ ਦੱਸੋ ਇੱਥੇ
ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਨੇ, ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਬਣਾਇਆ 1 ਸਾਲ ਘੱਟੋ ਘੱਟ, ਤੇ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਲੇਕ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਰਿਕ ਸਪ੍ਰਿੰਗਸ ਲੇਕ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਲੇਕ ਦਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਜੀ।
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸਰ। ਲੈ ਵੀ ਭਾਜੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ।
The place which can be a good demonstration for climate change abatement, for climate change adaptation, for biodiversity. I think we are becoming a good demonstration center, and again, places of worship go through a lot of challenges that we are.
Very nice. Thank you. That's going to be famous.
ਯਾਰਾ ਰੇਂਜਸ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਵਿਲ
ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਰਿਹਾ। ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਰੇ MPs ਆਏ ਸੀਗੇ। ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਲੇਕ ਆ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਫਾਊਂਟੇਨ ਵੀ ਲੱਗਾ ਆ। ਇੱਥੇ ਅੱਜ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੋਏ ਸੀਗੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇਹ ਨੇਮ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਟੂ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਲੇਕ, ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਦਿਨ ਵੀ ਚੜ੍ਹਿਆ ਚੜ੍ਹਿਆ ਆ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਰੱਖਤਾ। ਇੱਥੇ MPs ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਆਏ ਨੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕੀਤੀ। ਇੱਥੇ ਐਬੋਰੀਜਨਲ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਮੇਨ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਸੀਗਾ ਜਿਹਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਇਸ ਕੰਟਰੀ 'ਚ, ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਟਰੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਲੀਫ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਿੰਬਲਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਰਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਕੀਤਾ। ਸੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗਿਆ। ਤੇ ਆ ਹੁਣ ਹਿਸਟਰੀ 'ਚ ਅੱਗੇ ਵੀ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਲੇਕ ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਮੈਲਬਰਨ 'ਚ।
ਲਓ ਵੀ ਘਰ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਏ ਆਪਾਂ। ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗਾ ਅੱਜ ਸਾਨੂੰ। ਬਾਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਲੱਗੀ ਲਾਈਕ ਐਂਡ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਵੀ ਕਰਿਓ। ਚੰਗਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਰੱਬ ਰਾਖਾ।